This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Thursday, the 24th day of July in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. One day after the Forward Guyana movement highlighted a discrepancy in the revised list of electors, the Guyana Elections Commission today admitted that an error has indeed been detected and remedial action has been taken. The police have also been called in to investigate the matter. During an online statement tonight on social media, the leaders of the Forward Guyana movement explained exactly what they uncovered.
Someone actually had the ability, not the right, but the ability to approach GECOM or representatives of theirs to say that they require essentially to have an entirely new identity. Yeah. And it was just granted. Fortunately, we discovered that the individual who would have been injured in this process would have come forward to say that he went to check to verify, which was the responsible thing to do.
Hence this was discovered.
And this was discovered.
Yeah.
Quite alarming to know that somebody could actually do this. And this is just the beginning, I would say. I know you feel about this, but this is just the beginning.
The discrepancy involves someone changing the address and particulars of an already existing registrant and seeking a new ID card for the person. In a statement today, the Elections Commission said it welcomed the identification of the discrepancy in the voters list that is currently on display across the country to provide all stakeholders with the opportunity to check it for accuracy. According to the Commission, immediately upon being notified of the issue, it launched an internal investigation, which revealed that the occurrence was due to non-compliance with established procedures at the level of the concerned registration offices, which involved accepting applications for a replacement ID card and change of address by a random person, using the registration particulars of a genuine registrant or elector. It said, having recognized by way of internal queries that the registration records of a legitimate registrant or elector was altered without his involvement, the Chief Election Officer Vishnu Prasad instructed that the unlawful transactions be reversed. The correction, GECOM assured, has since been made. The replacement ID card that was prepared is still in the Commission's possession. The Commission said the card will be destroyed. The Elections Commission said a discussion was held with the concerned registration officials about the breach, and the staff who interacted with the person who visited the office to make the application could not provide logical explanations for his actions in the matter. GECOM said the revised list of electors remains on public display for scrutiny. And tonight it is encouraging citizens to check the list to ensure their particulars are accurate. The revised list of electors is currently being displayed at two prominent locations in every registration division and subdivisions, as well as on GECOM's website for public scrutiny until the 29th of July. The Elections Commission said should any error be detected, a report must be made forthwith to the respective registration office. The Commission said it is committed to a transparent registration process, which adheres strictly to the legal provisions, and one in which all registration transactions conducted are scrutinized by representatives of the political parties. It assures that there are robust mechanisms in place to guard against errors, and it remains committed to ensuring that its operations are transparent, credible, free, and fair, and upholds the tenets of integrity and democracy. More news coming up in a moment.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you. Let's jam. Pan Jam is back. Pan Jazz Concerts present Pan Jam in the Village on Saturday, July 26th at Park Rain from 7 p.m. Come out and witness Steel Pan Magic with live performances by Duke Ross, Guinness record holder Joshua Robello out of Trinidad, Calvin Burnett, Nikita, Roy Stewart, Jesse Schultz, Ray Sparman, Clayton Daniels, Amjad Ali, and many more. Enjoy the Parkside Steel Orchestra and the Palm Groove Steel Orchestra as they clash and bring the vibes.
General tickets are $8,500 and $30,000 for VIP
and are available at all Massey stores nationwide and IBGL, Carmichael Street. Don't forget Pan Jam, Saturday, July 26th at Park Rain. This event is sponsored by Absolute Vodka, Massey Distribution, Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, IBGL, Guyana Tourism Authority, Experiences, Pot Salt Events, and Gabriella's PR Consultancy.
Friend, hi, give me a minute now. I want you to clear something up for me.
Okay. What is it, ma'am? Why you look so confused?
I hear all this talk about elections and voting, but I really don't understand how this could affect me.
All right. It's like this. Once you were registered by GECOM and you were 18 years or older by June 30th, 2025, you are entitled to vote, provided that you are listed in the official list of electors.
Well, I registered and I'm over 18, but how I would know if my name is on the official list of electors?
That's very easy. GECOM is displaying the official list of electors at 2 popular places in the community where you live. Just go there and check the list. Or you can go to GECOM's website and use the search tool.
Oh, what? Thanks. I'm going and doing it now. Yeah. My name on the list. I definitely voting at elections.
Nice.
For more information, contact the GECOM on 225-027729 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
The General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, Vice President Jagdeo, today said many of the promises being made by the other political parties contesting the elections have already been fulfilled by the current government. At the Freedom House press conference this afternoon, Mr. Jagdeo said the PPP has delivered on its promises and in many instances it has over-delivered. He said in the education and health sectors alone, the government has made massive investments that are already paying off.
We didn't wait until a manifesto launch because we've been working at this for a while. So in education, I'm looking forward to see what else they're going to promise on education. And it would increase, of course, better training for our teachers, increase wages and salaries for our teachers. It includes all of that. On healthcare, we did the same here. Modern world-class healthcare. So we talk about the hospitals, the 12 hospitals, the rehabilitation of others, upgrading the service, training more people, getting the drugs available and the medical supplies, doing more providing better care across the country, more accountable care. All of these things are part of it.
Jagdeo said in some areas the government will be pushing the development bank idea to provide more support for small and medium-sized businesses and farmers. The Vice President also said a PPP government will also continue its investments in the agriculture sector as it seeks to boost economic activity. He said many of his party's plans are featured in some of the flyers and booklets which it has already made available in the public space.
The small flyer that we have, although in the next 5 years, what we're doing, it lays it out. In terms of affordable homes and stronger communities, we said 50,000 house lots. It took us $300 billion to do those 50,000 house lots. We're busy putting in the infrastructure. I saw Azruddin Mohammed said, oh, they only give you the land. Do you know what it takes to prepare 50,000 house lots? Do you know what it takes?
Jagdeo said the government over the past 5 years has also worked with the banking sector to lower mortgage rates and make loans more affordable to citizens. The PPP has been rolling out its re-election plans at a number of rallies and public meetings across the country. The We Invest in Nationhood Party today announced a number of measures to improve the health, education, energy, public service, and productive sectors of Guyana as it unveiled its manifesto. At the center of it all, plans to increase the disposable income of Guyanese. Presidential candidate for the WIN party, businessman Azruddin Mohammed, said a WIN administration would reduce the value-added tax from the current 14% to 10%, reduce the PAYE tax to 20%, and increase the income tax threshold from the current $130,000 per month to $200,000.
Reduce PAYE from 25% to 20%. More disposable income for our fellow brothers and sisters. Income tax threshold from $130,000 to $200,000 per month. And you know they're going to want to come out and say it's not sustainable, but we know it is sustainable. The Because We Care Cash Grant from $55,000 to $100,000. Public servants, for too long, they're working for a pittance, for nothing. And this will end. We will increase their salaries up to 50%. And also, we will engage the private sector to increase the private sector minimum wage.
The party is also promising to increase public assistance and the old age pension should it win the September 1 elections, with the presidential candidate stating from the onset that he will not be accepting a salary as president.
Well, for the first time in this country, President, when elected 2nd of September, I will not be accepting a salary. This salary will go to help the vulnerable people. Public assistance will increase from $22,000 to $50,000. Public assistance for individuals living with HIV and cancer will increase from $14,000 to $30,000. The old age pension will increase from $41,000 to $100,000. It's too long our senior citizens are struggling in this country, and we have to end this. And we will end this come the 2nd of September.
The party said it will also implement annual conditional cash transfers, ensuring the wealth generated from Guyana's natural resources is shared directly with the people. According to the WIN presidential candidate, its tax concessions alone will cost the Treasury approximately $200 billion. Grilled by the media on how the party intends to finance its fiscal measures while introducing no new taxes and increasing the disposable income of Guyanese, Mohammed in response said by rooting out corruption.
We went through the 2025 budget and I saw so much of wasteful spending. For example, $23 billion in medication and drugs, right, that are being dumped. $23 billion in expired drugs. $19.5 billion NDIA in drainage, yet flood. So all these money that are being spent goes behind corruption. Wasteful spending and corruption. So we have the money and we will invest the money in the right place. We are investing the money in our public servants, our pensioners, persons living with disabilities. We had a budget, $1.1 billion. $1 $1.1 trillion, sorry. And billions of dollars are going behind corruption. 25 to 30% goes behind corruption. So that same money we'll invest in the people.
Mr. Mohammed said the manifesto was put together based on the cries of the people. He said in just 59 days, his party has been able to articulate its plans for the country in the primary sectors. He said the party is prepared to work with everyone in the best interest of the country, noting that it is only in unity that all Guyanese could benefit equitably. Describing businessman and presidential candidate for the Win Party Azrin Mohammed as the most corrupt person in Guyana, PPP General Secretary Vice President Jagdeo today dismissed Mr. Mohammed's plan to tackle corruption should he win the seat of government at the upcoming elections.
He said he will fight corruption. Imagine a man sanctioned for gold smuggling by the United States of America, the Treasury, a man who has been accused of money laundering by Reuters, of drug smuggling by Reuters, who have been accused of murder. He has been implicated in torture, in trafficking of people, talking about fighting corruption. So just imagine people smuggling gold. You say, don't pay the taxes. That's his way of fighting corruption. Incorporate all the drug dealers and the gold smugglers, etc. in the government, then you end corruption. That is his great promise to the people of the country. And you know, it irks me that a person like him could say that. And
Jagdeo has been lashing out at Mohammed and his Win Party as the party continues to gain traction ahead of the upcoming elections. The Mohammeds once shared close relations with the PPP and donated heavily to the PPP and its campaigns over the years, including up to last year. But the two no longer enjoy close relations. The relations soured just before the U.S. government handed down its sanctions against the Mohammeds and the government permanent secretary May Thomas in June of last year. The Mohammeds have since accused the current government of victimization. With Mohammed now in the presidential race, the two sides have been trading words. Mr. Jagdeo today said the Win Party and its leader cannot be serious about fighting corruption.
And it's not just corrupt, demonstrably so. You've been sanctioned for corruption and for smuggling gold by you're on international sanctions. They can't have any account anywhere in the world, not just in the United States of America. No bank in the world will do business with the Mohammeds. Nobody in the world can do business with the Mohammeds, and you're talking about fighting corruption.
The PPP General Secretary dismissed many of the Win Party's plans and proposals that it has been talking about on the campaign trail. He said the party ought to offer details about its plans and not talking points.
When you are identified at the polling station as the voter you claim to be, you will be given a ballot paper for you to vote. The election official who gives you the ballot paper must stamp it in your presence at the back of the top section and bottom section with the official 6-digit number of the polling station. If you are given an unstamped ballot paper to vote, it is your right to insist that it must be stamped correctly before you accept it to cast your vote. If you vote on a ballot paper that is not stamped with a 6-digit number, your vote will not be counted because a ballot paper that is not stamped is not valid. It is your constitutional right and civic duty to vote at the upcoming general and regional elections, providing you are listed in the official list of electors. Vote early on election day. For further information, contact GECOM on 225-027-729, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the GECOM website at www.gecom.org.gy.
Radhika, unhand me. Radhika, you touch me unappropriately, you know, Radhika.
Nothing to laugh about 16. July 26th and 27th at the National Cultural Center.
Me no want go Barbados because Barrett said it's not a flex.
Tickets are $2,000, $3,000, and $5,000.
Just a sexual harassment. Radical, lose me.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
New York City, summer is about to get hot. Saturday, August 2nd, SR Hamilton LLC presents Gospel Infusion. Featuring Samuel Meadows, Psycho, Eddie Neblett, Sean Daniels out of Trinidad, Christelle Brandt, Sherilyn Maloney, DJ Kesta D,
Timothy Roberts,
and many more at the South Jamaica Multi-Service Center, 11402 Guy R. Brewer Boulevard, Queens, New York. Gates open at 4 p.m., showtime 5 p.m. Get your super early bird tickets for only $50. General admission $70. Pay more at the gate, and limited VIP $100 all inclusive. Come and experience the outpouring of God's grace Saturday, August 2nd. For more information, visit Gospel Infusion on Facebook and Instagram.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washi me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Starbrook Market.
I got a real problem, buddy. I want to vote on election day, but I got to work a 12-hour shift every day from Monday to Friday. From 6 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon, boy.
I got the same problem. I registered to vote in Kitty where I live in, and I walk in still up in Linden. And I only get Sunday for go home, and then back again Monday for work.
You know, truly speaking, the hours you work in and the place where you work should not prevent you from voting.
Really? How come?
Listen. The law makes it absolutely clear that employers should give time off to their employees so as to vote. All you have to do is inform your employer that you need time off to exercise your constitutional right to vote.
For real? That's exactly what I can do.
Hey, me too, buddy.
Yeah.
I can do that too, buddy.
For more information, contact the GECOM on 225-02779 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
Well, Guyana, the Dominican Republic, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Ecuador are among the first signatories to the Global Biodiversity Alliance. The signing marked the beginning of a global movement and a call to action for countries and institutions to work together to protect the ecosystems that sustain life on Earth. During the launch of the Global Biodiversity Alliance, President Irfan Ali said the alliance is a rallying cry to governments, institutions, investors, communities, and citizens to acknowledge that biodiversity is the infrastructure of life, and investment in it is not a luxury but rather a necessity. As he addressed global leaders and experts at the summit, he said a global alliance is imperative.
We need a global biodiversity alliance because nature does not follow borders, and neither should our efforts to protect it. Nature is global, and so must our action be. By bringing countries, communities, scientists, and leaders together, we can share knowledge, pool resources, and tackle big problems like habitat loss and climate change faster and smarter. Together, we can protect our planet's incredible variety of life for today and tomorrow.
The alliance will pursue 5 strategic pillars, which includes advancing the 30 by 30 conservation goal, which aims to protect 30% of the world's land and ocean areas by 2030. According to the president, the alliance is not merely an environmental imperative, but an economic revolution. The alliance, he said, is committed to scaling blended finance to de-risk investment in nature-based enterprises.
We invite development banks, asset managers, impact investors, and sovereign wealth funds to join us, because financing nature is not charity, it is insurance, it is resilience, it is return on investment.
Meanwhile, the president of the Dominican Republic, Luis Abinader, in his address, said as a small island developing state, the Dominican Republic knows all too well the fragility of the ecosystem, as he lobbied the alliance to find sustainable solutions to the environmental challenges confronting small states.
At the same time, we promote the restorations of watersheds, mangrove, wetlands, and coral reef, promoting local bioeconomies and recognizing the real value of our natural capital. We do all this with a human-centered approach, placing the most vulnerable communities at the center and betting on inclusive development. However, the challenges persist. Sargassum. Sargassum is a serious threat. It affects marine life, coastal health, tourism, and artisanal fishing.
Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Mottley said for its part, Barbados, with the help of the Barbados Wetlands Trust, has resuscitated the Grammy Hall Nature Sanctuary, which was closed for more than 16 years. She also announced that the Barbados Oceans and Coastal Authority will be established by an act of parliament soon.
The Barbados Oceans and Coastal Authority will be established by an act of parliament within the next few months, the draft bill having been completed and now being presented to Cabinet. And this will allow us to elevate the work that we must do to preserve our coastal areas, one, from the erosion of sargassum, which is deadly on our eastern coast, but two, also from the natural erosion that is taking place as a result of agricultural runoff and other factors, and which, quite frankly, threaten what is our greatest concern, the stability of our water supply.
It was explained that if the island's aquifers are polluted by salt water, Barbados would no longer be able to use the aquifers for the provision of drinking water. The former president of the Republic of Colombia, Conservation International, the Center for Biodiversity and Global Change at the Yale University, the Frankfurt Zoological Society, the Keller Science Action Center, Campaign for Nature, the National Tushaus Council of Guyana, and the South Rupununi Conservation Society were among the other organizations that signed on to the alliance. One of the world's most recognized quick-service restaurant brands, Wendy's, will open its first Guyana restaurant in August. According to a statement today, the brand has signed a franchise agreement with Wenkai Incorporated to bring its craveable menu to Guyana. The first restaurant will be opened on Blessingen Road here in Georgetown and will offer a modern and convenient dining experience, the company said. Wenkai Incorporated plans to open 3 Wendy's restaurants in Guyana by the end of this year. As part of a broader market expansion, the agreement also includes plans to develop new Wendy's restaurants in Suriname. The franchisee and founder of Wenkai Incorporated, Iman Khan Cummings, said her company has long admired Wendy's for its commitment to quality, innovation, and hospitality. She said bringing the beloved brand to Guyana is an exciting period. 21-year-old laborer Shaka Phillips of Amelia's Ward in Linden was charged and remanded to jail today over the murder of schoolteacher Janelle Polidor. Phillips is the ex-boyfriend of the schoolteacher. She was shot dead outside a wedding reception at the Linden Hotel this past weekend. The murder accused appeared virtually today before Magistrate Rondell Weaver and was not required to enter a plea to the indictable murder charge. In court after the murder charge was read to Phillips, the magistrate set the 28th of August as the date for his next court appearance. He was remanded to jail immediately. The 25-year-old teacher shared a relationship with Phillips, and the union produced a child 4 months ago. However, the teacher had complained to friends that Phillips was abusive, and she ended the relationship with him. She was recently granted a restraining order against him, but filed a number of police complaints after about him flouting that order and threatening her. She was standing just outside the compound of a hotel in Amelia's ward when the estranged ex-boyfriend appeared, and the two got into an argument. The man reportedly whipped out a gun and shot the woman to the neck. As she ran for help, he chased after her and shot her again, this time to the back. She collapsed and died at the scene. The accused went on the run but was later captured by the police the very next day.
Hi, Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley, help me out now, please. Why everyone telling me I must exercise my right to vote? Me ain't got time for that. Why must I vote?
Why must you vote? That is your constitutional right and civic duty, my child. Besides, think about this. Government officials make decisions that affect the well-being of you, your family, and community. By voting for a party of your choice, you will be electing the people who will be making these very important decisions. If you don't vote, then you will allow the people who vote to choose government officials without your input. Those others may not share your views about issues that matter to you.
Wait. Is so much voting means to me? And I done playing the fool? I definitely gonna vote on election day.
For more information, contact the GECOM on 225-02779 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
New York City, summer is about to get hot. Saturday, August 2nd, SR Hamilton LLC presents Gospel Infusion. Featuring Samuel Meadows, Psycho, Eddie Neblett, Sean Daniels out of Trinidad, Christelle Brandt, Sherilyn Maloney, DJ Kesta D,
Timothy Roberts,
and many more at the South Jamaica Multi-Service Center, 11402 Guy R. Brewer Boulevard, Queens, New York. Gates open at 4 p.m., showtime 5 p.m. Get your super early bird tickets for only $50. General admission $70. Pay more at the gate, and limited VIP $100 all inclusive. Come and experience the outpouring of God's grace Saturday, August 2nd. For more information, visit Gospel Infusion on Facebook and Instagram.
Turbo with a new look, new style, with the same great taste in the 250ml can. Everybody run out now. Go and go grab one. Me charge up with a turbo 250ml at your favorite spot where it sell. New look, new can, same vibes. Jinxing, energize up your life. Vibes up, work time, anytime we are turn up the party with Turbo Can. Turbo Can, Turbo Can, Turbo Can. Now available in the new 250ml can. Turbo energy drink. Charge up today.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. GuyOil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of GuyOil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. GuyOil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. Brazilian Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes decided on Thursday not to order the arrest of former President Jair Bolsonaro for what he called an isolated breach of court-imposed restrictions, but warned he could be imprisoned for future violations, according to a court filing. The Supreme Court judge, who oversees the case in which Bolsonaro is charged with plotting a coup, last week ordered him to wear an ankle bracelet and banned him from using social media over allegations he courted the interference of U.S. President Donald Trump, who tied 50% tariffs on Brazilian imports to what he called a witch hunt against the former president. In his Thursday ruling, the judge kept in place the restraining orders he imposed on the former president last week and clarified he's not blocked from giving interviews. On Monday, the judge had threatened Bolsonaro with arrest, saying he breached the restrictions on his social media, including through third parties, when he talked to journalists. Bolsonaro's lawyers on Tuesday told Moraes that the former president did not violate the ban and asked the court to clarify the exact scope of the restraining order. Colombian President Gustavo Petro on Wednesday threatened to unilaterally alter Glencore's GuyOil concession contract if the mining giant continues to export coal to Israel, though the company said it has already ceased the shipments in compliance with a presidential decree. Petro, during an energy event for the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States, CELAC, said, and I quote, "I'm willing to unilaterally change the concession contract," end of quote. The president also warned that if Glencore refuses to comply with the decree to suspend the shipments, he would ask the local community near the mine to stage blockades. In response, the company said it was already in compliance with the order. Petro suspended exports of the fuel source to Israel over its assault on the Gaza Strip. And finally tonight, international news. A landmark decision by a top UN court has cleared the way for countries to sue each other over climate change, including over historic emissions of planet-warming gases, according to the BBC. But a judge at the International Court of Justice in The Hague, Netherlands, on Wednesday said that untangling who caused which part of climate change could be difficult. The ruling is non-binding, but legal experts say it could have wide-ranging consequences. It will be seen as a victory for countries that are very vulnerable to climate change, who came to the court after feeling frustrated about the lack of global progress in tackling the problem. Governments and climate campaigners went to The Hague on Wednesday to hear the court's opinion. The unprecedented case at the International Court of Justice was the brainchild of a group of young law students from low-lying Pacific islands on the front lines of climate change, who came up with the idea in 2019. The ICJ is considered the world's highest court, and it has global jurisdiction. Lawyers have told BBC News that the opinion could be used as early as next week, including in national courts outside the ICJ. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.